Don't do that.
Do what?
Sit there and eat.
Well, I'm hungry, and we're paying for it, and it's delicious.
Aren't you the least bit excited? I mean, if that gym rat I spoke to yesterday was right, we know where Sawyer's training.
But you said his name was Duke.
No, Luke. What difference does it make? Sawyer and Aurora aren't going to be using their real names. God, Micah, we could actually see our kids today.
Yes, well, the gym's just open. We have plenty of time.
No, what if he's the first one to get there and the first one to leave? We don't want to miss him.
No, we won't. But please, sit down. Listen, starting a day on an empty stomach is what gives people ulcers. Worrying at the same time makes it worse. I tell you, have a croissant, please.
Micah? Oh, I'm so glad you're still there. Come stai, darling? I miss you. Do you miss me? If you hurry home and promise me you will, I will have a nice surprise waiting for you.
Carla! It's Jody. I'll let you speak to Micah. Hold on just a second.
Looking good, Luke. Hold up a minute anyway. Come on. I want you to meet someone. Luke, this is Hector. He's your opponent for tonight.
How's it going, Luke?
Hi, Hector. Let's have a good fight tonight, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what we're here to talk about. Which of you is going to win?
I don't know what I was dreaming.
Me too.
Yeah.
I thought you were.
Rape?
Right.
Yeah.
You must have been dreaming I was Katrina.
No.
Oh, Ted, not Angela.
I can't explain it.
No. Like you owe me an explanation. Look, let's just face it. The two of us made a couple of really poor choices.
We gotta get on with our lives.
That'd be great, because this is getting far too demeaning.
We both have too much going for us. We can't sit around moping like a couple of broken-hearted wimps. I mean, I'm not just talking about my love life. I'm talking about my life, period. My life. Because I'm somewhere along the way, Lily, my priorities have gotten screwed up.
Maybe you just lack ambition, Ted. You were born rich, so you just take wealth for granted, you know? I mean, why strive for anything when you've got it all? Like this geology thing. You love it. You never, ever talk about it anymore.
Yeah, I still love it. When I was traveling around the world in Europe, having a good time, I was just living out my dreams. Just messing around, and then I went to Asia. And that's where I got into archaeology. You see, I don't know, I've always been fascinated with the Earth and different cultures and the way that civilizations were built one on top of the other. It's always been fascinating.
See, Ted, where did that passion go?
It got lost at Capwell Enterprises. All that expertise that I ever developed is now reduced to finding oil. Everything else I ever cared about is gone.
Ted, if you're aware you're being manipulated, then get out.
You know, like this piece of lava. This little piece of lava can tell us so many things about this island. So many different things have such an incredible history that we don't even care about. Look at this, for instance. These things. Each one of these shells has a story. This one is from the Devonian period of the Paleozoic era. Did you know that? Lily, what's the matter? I didn't... What?
Rafe gave me this necklace.
Oh, God!
The night before he married Lisa.
Yes, my friend, you heard it right. This old jockey's taking back the reins of Capitol Enterprises again. No, Mason will not be checking on me. His hands are full acting as interim judge, getting his campaign together for the upcoming election. What? No, that's where where his efforts concentrate. Yes, you heard right. His wife is running against him. So I will either have my son as a judge or my daughter-in-law will be a judge. Who cares? Either way, we're in the family. By the way, have you heard that they're having a television show this afternoon? Will I be there? I'll be there with bells out. You will? Well, good, I'll see you then. All right, bye-bye. Look, I am very busy. When are you going to stop? Okay, send them in.
Hello, Mr. Capwell.
All right.
Thank you for seeing me. I know you're very busy.
How can I help you?
I need a job.
Thanks so much for squeezing me in, Riley.
Oh, I'm always happy to accommodate my favorite client.
Thank you. I just couldn't stand looking at myself another minute.
Well, I could stare at you all day. Now, what are we going to do with you today?
Cut and color. Something different. I'm ready for a major change. Anything but purple.
You had to say it, didn't you?
Are you just finishing up here, Riley?
No, dear, I'm just beginning.
Oh, Riley, couldn't you have just waited for like 5 more... Miss Cassidy. Hi. Wow, oh, you're taking my appointment time. That is perfectly all right. I'd be happy to wait.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Elaine, isn't it?
You remembered my name. I'm really honored. Can I get you a cup of coffee or something?
No, thank you. But you could get me one of those magazines.
Oh, right away. Oh, it's not very intellectually stimulating.
Oh. No, well, this is fine. Thank you.
Hey, you know, I just changed my hair color to this red, but I thought maybe I'd go blonde, like you. What do you think?
You don't strike me as blonde material. I'd give it some thought if I were you.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Whatever you decide, dear, I'll get to you as soon as I'm done here.
Lost civilization found in Peru. Wow.
We can't seem to take care of the one we have. Who cares about ancient, lost civilizations anymore, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. I guess archaeologists, geologists, people like Ted Capwell.
Ted? That's right.
Oh, sure. Lily Blake told me that Ted just loves all that rust of antiquity, ancient times stuff.
You don't say.
Micah, how could you do this to me?
Darling, I'm not doing anything to you. And the only thing I'm doing with her is trying to find our children.
Right, you didn't tell me you were going to be staying in the same hotel room together.
Well, listen, it's a suite. She has her bedroom and I have mine.
It couldn't be that far, one bedroom from the other.
You know... Oh, for heaven's sake.
Are you having a romantic liaison with that Jody Walker?
You know, I've had enough of this. I'm going to tell you something. As I've tried to tell you before, you sound like a fishwife, okay? Now, I'm going to make it real clear to you. The only thing I'm doing here is trying to find Aurora. I have absolutely no interest in Mrs. Walker. Anyway, listen, I've got to go, so I'll be home soon.
Micah, wait.
Yes, okay, goodbye.
Feisty little devil, isn't she?
Yes, well, with her, it's part of the charm.
Do you want to finish your tea party so that we can go find our kids?
Yes, thank you.
He wants to throw the fight. Why?
For the reason we're in this business. Money. I got an important friend. I got a lot of bucks riding on this fight. I'd hate for him to lose.
But we don't have to fix
Shut up.
We don't need
I
to fix...
said, shut up. Come here. Hold tight. You listen to me good. About a minute and a half into the 4th round, Hector's going to go on the ropes. You follow him in. You'll hold off while you work his body. As soon as he drops his hands, leaves his head open, you take him out.
Look, Mr. Watkins, I can win this fight fair and square. We don't need to fix it.
Can you guarantee me a 4th round knockout?
No, I can't do that,
And
but
I
at least
don't want to hear it. The KO has to come in the 4th round, and it has to look good. If you open up on Hector's head, I want you to see blood. You open up on him.
No. I'm not going to wail on another guy who's not fighting back.
You're going to do what I tell you to do. I'm calling the shots here. I'm starting to lose my patience with you. Come over here. Let me remind you that I can put an end to your freedom real quick. One tip to me to the police, pretty boy, and your next fight will be back in California in a San Quentin gym. Do I make myself clear? I thought so.
I don't care what Watkins says. I'm not beating someone up who's not fighting me back.
You've got no choice, Luke. Now,
I've been around here longer than you. I've been where you are. And one of these days, it's gonna be you getting scraped up off the mat, and you're gonna have to play along then, just like we're gonna play along tonight. Watkins is nobody to be messing with, S.A.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm wondering if Luke's come in there yet?
Who wants to know?
Well, I'm a fight promoter. I talked to someone there yesterday who told me that Luke was training there.
Well, miss, whoever you talked to was misinformed. I'm sorry.
He said the guy wasn't there.
But why are you smiling?
Because he's lying. Come on, Micah.
What?
Let's go get the kids.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Heard from Cruz?
No. No, I haven't. I sure do miss him, though. I guess the Capwells do, too.
No. We're all a little confused at what drove your brother to make that confession. Especially now that B.J. Walker is under arrest. But I will be eternally grateful for not taking Kelly with him.
I know that must have been very difficult for him to leave her behind.
Yeah. All right. What's this about a job?
Mr. Capwell, I need to work. I'm willing to start at the bottom. I'll take anything that you have.
I thought you were working at Gene & Jean's.
I do. I just have to leave for personal reasons.
Knowing Gene, I can imagine. I understand you got married recently.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. A lot more responsibility goes to the territory.
Sure it does.
Yeah, well, you had kids. What did you do with Gina? What kind of job did you have?
Well, I was an all-around assistant.
Gopher stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I understand that you played guitar over the Oasis. I saw you one time, that's right. Do you have any other skills?
No, I don't, sir. But I'm willing to learn, and I'll work very, very hard for you, sir.
Tell you what. I'm going to send you down to Sid and Personnel. And see if we can find something for you. And if there's something there, I don't have any objections to it, all right?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Campbell. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Okay. Sid, Mr. Capwell, I'm sending a young man down there named Rafe Castillo. See what you can find for him. Okay?
Now, their whole system of records and inventory were done with knotted strings of different colors called quipu.
Whoop-de-doo.
I know, isn't it amazing that a culture with no system of alphabet or numbers could keep all kinds of information, from history to crop distribution? And that's why the Incas became known as the empire held together with string.
You just relax, Angela, and I'll get you ready for your shampoo, okay?
Now, another great culture were the Chimú. They were found along the Pacific coast in South America, in the desert of northern Peru. And they existed for about 2,000 years until the Incas conquered them. And when archaeologists discovered the city, they found
What's wrong,
9
Governor?
It's us, Cece. This is all wrong.
Wrong? What's wrong? We love each other, don't we?
No. Well, maybe you love me. But I'm in love with someone else.
Who?
Your son, Cece.
My son?
I'm in love with Ted.
Would I have forgotten about love he hasn't even learned yet? He can't love you the way I can. Nobody can but me.
I just made the archaeological discovery of the century. But it doesn't mean a thing to me without you. Come with me to Peru and I'll have everything a man would ever need.
Yes. Hundreds of women were sacrificed as an entourage for the king as he journeyed beyond the grave.
Riley, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I just remembered I have something very important that I must do.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Do you need some help?
Elaine, you strike me as a smart young woman.
Well, I am a 4.0.
Really? How would you like to do some research for me?
Hector, we don't have to do this, man. It goes against everything I believe in.
Where you from, Luke? Disneyland? What we believe in don't matter here. If a man tells you to do something, you do it.
But I'm a good fighter. All I want is a fair fight. And how do you know I'm not going to win anyway? Huh? I'm not going to fight anybody who's not going to fight back.
I ain't gonna be standing there with my arms wide open. I'll make it look good. But I'm the one taking the beating. And if I'm okay with that, why don't you just go along?
I'll tell you why. My old man used to fight. And one time, he killed a guy in the ring. And the fighter's name was Hector.
Well, that's heavy, man.
Yeah. And it's too close for me. So don't put me in that position, Hector.
You're too good for this place, Luke. What's Watkins holding over your head? Whatever it is, he's got something on all of us. That's why we don't have a choice.
There's always a choice. And the bottom line is I am not throwing this fight tonight. And you're gonna look pretty stupid hitting the canvas without me.
You're too much, Luke. I don't think I've ever met anybody like you.
Just trust me. And we'll give Watkins and his buddies their money's worth and still keep our self-respect. I'll see you later.
What was that all about?
Yes. Yes, send her in.
Hello, Cece.
Hi, it is nice to see you.
Listen, I know you're busy, and I don't want to disrupt your day.
Disrupt my day? You're the kind of disruption that makes my day wonderful. Hold on a second. Hold on, my calls. And cancel my 12 o'clock appointment. Can I take you to lunch?
Oh, I would love to, but I don't have the time. I have to go to the television studio to watch Mason and Julia square off.
Well, that's interesting. I'm going to. You want to go together? After we can have a bite.
Sure, that's great. Cece,
By the way, I am very close to securing Mason as the judge in the Walker case, as you requested.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Do me a favor, though. No more favors for Warren Lockwood.
Whether Mason gets the case or not, I owe you a favor. In fact, I owe you a lot of favors. That's why I'm here today. There's something I'd like to do for you. When we went out the other night, you were very worried about Ted.
Yes. I'm worried he may never come back to Santa-Barbara.
Well, I think I may have found the perfect way to bring him home.
I'll never forget that night, Ted. Lying in the sand covered by a blanket of stars. It was our last night together until Cleveland. Ted, look. He made this one.
Lily, give me a break, okay?
It's a truth necklace, Ted. Each shell has a special meaning. This one here, this is for the first night we met.
Lily, you're making me sick, okay? Let's just forget about it, drop it. You're talking about a truth necklace here. What the hell is a truth necklace?
You want the truth? I'll tell you the truth. He never should have given you that thing the night before he married someone else.
He gave it to me so that I would remember that he loved me forever.
Oh, well,
Ted.
how thoughtful of him. Makes it impossible to forget him because you got it wrapped around your neck. Get a life.
Look at you! Saint Theodore of the pure at heart. You know, you're no better than he is. In fact, Ted, I think you're a lot worse. Between the two of you, it suddenly occurs to me that there just aren't any good men left.
Okay, consider me chastised. The point that I'm trying to make here is that I'm trying to forget about everything. I'm trying to forgive myself, forge ahead.
Then I will too.
Okay, good. Now what we need to do, the both of us, is we need to get rid of a lot of garbage in our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to start with first is this necklace. Hi.
Hi, that didn't take long.
It's for you.
Oh, thanks.
I just want to get out of there. Where's Enzo?
He's checking out a couple of job prospects. How was your workout?
It was fine until Watkins showed up.
Why? What happened?
He wants me to throw the fight tonight.
He wants you to lose the fight.
No, he wants me to win. But he's fixed it so his crooked cronies can clean up on these heavy-duty bets.
Well, what about the guy you're fighting? Does he know?
Yeah, of course he does. I mean, this guy is willing to stand there while I beat his face in. But I think I convinced him to fight a fair fight.
But what about Watkins?
It's a good question. I don't think he's gonna like it. But if I stick to my guns, Aurora, I'll show him that he can get just as much out of a clean fight as a fixed one. And if I'm right, then this could be the beginning of a boxing career for me.
I hope you weren't planning something stupid, like not throwing a fight.
Mr. Watkins, the kid, he doesn't know any better.
But you do, don't you? That's why you didn't let him talk you into it, right?
No, sir, I'd never do that. But Luke, he doesn't know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I talked him out of it, Mr. Watkins.
That's too late. I'm gonna have to teach that kid that he can't even think about crossing me. This is my show, and Pretty Boy's gonna miss the performance tonight.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Luke.
Boy, are you that fight promoter dame who called earlier?
Yeah.
What, are you deaf or something? I told you you got the wrong place.
You looking for Luke?
Yes.
You ain't no fight promoter.
No. Luke's my son.
You really need to see him.
Yes, it's very important.
Please, can you lead us to him?
Lady, I'd be in big trouble if I was even seen with you. But I can give him a message. Be in the park by the Old North Cemetery at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
I bet it's Sawyer. I know it is. Let's go.
Ted is a geologist and an archaeologist, is that correct?
Well, geology primarily dabbles in the latter.
Okay. Well, I just learned that some land I own might contain remnants of an ancient Indian culture. Now, what if I were to turn this land over to Ted to excavate? Do you think that might bring him home?
Ooh, that's a wonderful idea. I'd be happy to buy the land from you.
Oh, there's no need for that. I've always been interested in ancient cultures, and, well, now that I know that my land might contain some Indian treasures, I would go ahead with the diggings in any case. But I would love to give Ted that opportunity.
Extremely generous offer.
Well, what I was thinking, Cece, was that you might be the one to propose the idea to him. Leave my name out of it altogether.
Why would I want to do that?
As a peace offering, from the heart. A reaching out to your son. You don't have to mention that I own the land.
You are wonderful. And you're smart. And I thank you for finding a way for me to get him back into the fold. Excuse me. Yes. Oh, sick. You couldn't, huh? All right, send him back here. Rafe Castillo, Cruz's brother's looking for a job, and I sent him down to my man, and I couldn't find anything for him. You wouldn't have a job in your newspaper, would you?
Well, I just might.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be happy to talk to him.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll go outside, check some papers, I'll send them, and you can talk to him, all right?
Okay.
Oh. I'm getting very excited about ruins.
Hi, Miss Cassidy. Mr. Capwell told me you wanted to speak to me.
Yes, DC mentioned you were looking for a job.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm not afraid of hard work. Indoors, outdoors, hot sun.
Good. Then I might have something for you.
Well, you don't know what this would mean to me. And I'll do anything.
All right. There's one thing that you have to know up front, and that is that I demand complete loyalty, strict confidentiality. I'm not saying that this job is illegal or dangerous, but it must remain strictly between the two of us.
You have a deal.
Give that back.
No.
Ted, I want that necklace now.
Lily, this is a joke. If Rafe wanted to be with you, he'd be with you.
It's more complicated than that. He got a girl pregnant, Ted.
Oh, yeah, great. So he knocked her up, he had a little fling with you on the beach, and then he decides to do the right thing.
You know what, you jerk? You can go ahead and twist it around any way you want to. I don't expect you to understand a guy like Rafe. He's got a lot of integrity.
Except for when you went to Cleveland.
That was my fault. I seduced him.
Oh, poor Rafe. I'm sure it was a traumatic experience for him. Lily, the guy wants his cake and eat it too. And it's not going to stop unless you put a halt to it.
I have.
No, you
Put
haven't.
a halt to it. I have
No,
so.
you haven't. What's this then? What? You gonna wear it out to dinner? You need to get rid of this. In fact, I'm going to do you a favor, Lil. I'm going to throw this out into the ocean for you and get rid of it once and for all.
Ted, don't.
What? No.
Please.
What? What? What?
Don't.
Why not?
Because I should be the one to throw it into the ocean, I think. I think that this is a cleansing ritual for me. I need to prove to myself that I have the strength to let go. Please, Ted.
Okay. Oh, yeah, real nice. That's a lot of willpower you got there, honey. I can't believe you. You should be ashamed of yourself. Try to help you. I tried. I don't even know why I tried.
Oh, God, Micah. What kind of people has Sawyer gotten himself mixed up with? I mean, did you see those people in that gym? They look like they'd just as soon kill you as look at you. And what if he's fighting for them? What if he wants to leave and they won't let him leave? I mean, do you think that they might hurt him?
You know, my limited knowledge on this vulgar sport tells me that it could sort of lead to that rival behavior. But when we're talking about what-ifs, let's just wait till we talk to Sawyer and Aurora.
You're right. No use making myself crazy for nothing.
Oh, I tell you what. We have an hour. Why waste time pacing nervously? Why don't we go to the museum and look at some paintings?
Wait a minute. Here's another what-if. We can't go and meet Sawyer and Aurora in an open park. What if Connor McCabe is having us followed?
Don't you worry, Aurora. Tonight's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a fair one. And then, you and I are gonna go out and celebrate. No, I probably won't have enough money to buy champagne and caviar, but... pizza and root beer, no problem.
Okay, Sawyer. You know what you're doing, I think. It's just that Watkins guy. I don't trust him.
Then trust me. I'll get...
Okay.
Hello?
Luke, hey, it's Hector.
Hey, Hector, how's it going? Hey, you're not backing out on me, are you?
Listen, man, there was this blonde lady who came in this afternoon. She said she was your mother.
It's the guy that I'm fighting tonight. He said my mom came into the gym.
Oh my gosh, she's here?
Luke, let me finish, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Hector?
A guy was with her, a dark-haired man, funny accent.
That's my dad! He's here!
They'll be in the park next to the Old North Cemetery at 2 o'clock if you want to check them out.
Yeah. This is great, thanks. Man, this is incredible news. I'll see you later.
No, wait. Don't show up for the fight tonight, all right? Watkins is on to us. If you're smart, you'll get out of there right away. Watkins could be on his way, and he's out for blood.
You're right. Rafe's with Lisa, not me. And that's the name of the tune. Just doesn't change the way I feel, you know?
I'm sorry. Now, I know you can't turn your feelings off any more than I can.
Wow. Not much waiting for us in Santa-Barbara, is there?
I'm not gonna go back.
What?
No. I'm not. I'm not until I can find out who I am and what I want. Why don't you stay here with me? We can make this little island our own sanctum. We can let Boratunga rehabilitate our senses. I'll buy you a drink. What do you say?
Well, I suppose that it's possible that Conor McCabe would have had us followed?
No. I mean, it's more than that. The more I think about it, the more I know he's having us followed. I mean, that's police work 101, and Conor McCabe aced that course reading Hardy Boy novels.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's true. What are we supposed to do now? Not meet with our children?
Wild horses couldn't keep me away from that courtyard.
Well, I agree with you. Decisions be made. We'll face what happens when it occurs.
Right. You know, for someone who made such a dismal first impression, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Oh, yeah? All right, what am I supposed to say? Thank you for that?
So, what's with you and the Countess, anyway?
Carla? Friends.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. The woman breathes fire every time I come to within 100 feet of you. Obviously, she's in love with you.
Oh, now, please. It's so overrated, isn't it?
No. It's one of life's most precious gifts. And if you have that with Carla, you hold on to it. You hold on to it tightly and don't give it up, because if you do, you may never find it again.
Yes, well, we certainly don't have that with Carla.
Well, was it that way with your wife, Mariah?
It was, most definitely. I'm the kind of guy that believes that kind of love only hits you once in your life. I don't think I'll be so lucky again. Well, certainly not with Carla. It's just a...
Physical thing?
Yeah, I suppose you could put it that way, yeah.
Well, so the doctor gets physical. You're full of surprises.
Oh, wait a minute. How do you see me? As some kind of eunuch?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I thought.
Well, it looks like I've got to do a lot of work on my first impressions. Are you
finish nosing into my personal life?
For the moment.
Oh, please. We're supposed to go and find our children. Can we go?
Oh, yes. Okay. Can't wait.
È un idiota incompetente. Didn't I tell you to be watching Micah? You didn't even tell me there was another woman with him. Get after them, now. I want to know every single move. Chiaro?
Aurora, come on, we gotta get out of here.
I'm coming, don't worry.
No,
We'll be there
now.
by 2 o'clock. I'm gonna see my dad.
Let's go.
Open the door, Luke. Come on.
Are my ears playing tricks on me or what? I could have sworn you just asked me to stay on this island with you indefinitely.
Give that girl a cigar.
Ted, I think the sun is doing weird things to your brain.
Look at this, Lily. It's the perfect opportunity.
Ted, look at this. You're not Gilligan. We're not here in some movie or a fairy tale, and this definitely isn't an old TV sitcom. This is real life. We can't stay on this island. I didn't even bring my Walkman.
The Lily I used to know, she would jump at this opportunity. She would love this opportunity, adventure, spontaneity, and
Well,
oh, what's happened?
the Lily you used to know isn't around much anymore. Ted, your timing stinks.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
It means you should have asked me this months ago. When I was fantasizing about you, you remember? When you couldn't see me for dirt?
Well, maybe I was blind.
Yeah.
No, forget that. I was seeing clearly. It was your eyesight that was clouded. What about the romance and heart and flowers thing? We wouldn't have lasted any longer than me and Angela, or you and Rafe.
Oh, Ted, you make me feel real good.
But as friends, nobody could beat us. So come on, forget the status quo. Never suited you anyways. Stay here with me.
Do you always solve problems this easily when you just walk into a room?
Oh, for Rafe, it was just a matter of being at the right place at the right time. Lucky for him, I came to you to talk about Ted.
Lucky for me. You came with a great way to get Ted back home.
Well, how do we find him now?
It's already been done. I contacted the captain of my yacht. I found out there was a storm, and they had to put in at the island of Boratunga.
Does that mean they're on their way back?
No, it means I've come up with a great idea. I've got a new hydrojet that I've wanted to try out. So why don't we take a couple of days on the hydrojet, get us over to the island of Boratunga, and tell Ted exactly what's going on.
Well, this is your idea, remember?
Whatever you say. Then we'll spend 3 days at an island paradise of our own.
Well, this is the way I like to live. I love it. When do we leave?
Well, I'll have my secretary make the arrangements right away, and we'll leave this afternoon, right after Mason and Julia's afternoon television show. Look, I know I promised to take things slow with you, but I got to admit, you have already made a very significant impression in my life.
I think this is the place.
Well, I don't see any sign of them. This place is giving me the creeps.
Maybe Connor McKay followed us here.
I wouldn't doubt it. Never seen a man so determined in my life. We have got to find the kids before he does, Micah.
Screw, what is going on?
Get her out of here. Get off of me! Luke, I think it's about time you learn who's running this operation. Go on. Watch out for that pretty face.
More and more women are deciding to remain virgins until they find the man they want to marry. But now there's a growing number of men who are choosing to hold on to their virginity. Is this because of their moral beliefs, or are they just saving themselves for their future brides? Find out as we meet male virgins in their 20s and 30s today on Donahue at 3.